September 20, 1942. The city of Stalingrad burned like a furnace on the edge of the Volga. Smoke twisted into the gray sky, carrying the smell of oil, dust, and death. German artillery never stopped. The ground trembled. Buildings that once held families were now shattered shells echoing with rifle fire. But amid the rubble and chaos, one man became a legend, a quiet hunter from Siberia whose rifle spoke with terrifying precision. His name was Vasily Zaitsev. Before the war, Zaitsev had been a shepherd and hunter in the Ural Mountains. He learned patience from stalking wolves and accuracy from hitting deer across wide valleys. When the Germans invaded his country, he carried that same calm into the battlefield. And Stalingrad, a city of broken walls and endless ruins, became his hunting ground. By the time Zaitsev entered the city, the Wehrmacht was confident. They had crushed everything in their path across Europe. Their tanks ruled the plains, their aircraft the skies. To them, the Soviets were finished, desperate men hiding behind rubble. But what they didn't expect was that Stalingrad would not break. It would bite back. When Zaitsev was first stationed near the riverbank, his commander gave him a simple Mosin Nagant rifle, no scope, no special training. Within hours, he killed 3 German officers from over 600 meters. The news spread quickly among the troops. Soldiers whispered, "The hunter from the Urals." By the end of his first 10 days, he had recorded 40 confirmed kills. But his importance went beyond numbers. In a battle where Soviet soldiers were often outgunned and undertrained, Zaitsev became a symbol, proof that one calm, determined man could stop an entire advance. German snipers began to fear the ruins of Stalingrad. Every window, every hole in a wall could hide death. Zaitsev and his comrades moved like ghosts, crawling through sewers, hiding under floorboards, climbing shattered chimneys. The Germans called it Rattenkrieg, the Rat War. And in this maze of ruins, Zaitsev was the king rat. Each day, he studied his surroundings like a chessboard. The best sniper, he once said, is the one who sees without being seen. His rifle spoke rarely, but never twice at the same target. October bled into November, and the Wehrmacht pushed deeper into the city. The Sixth Army believed victory was near. Yet their casualties kept rising. Somewhere, hidden among the wreckage of Stalingrad, was a man who could end a life with a single breath. Zaitsev trained other sharpshooters, forming a deadly network of Soviet snipers who hunted in pairs. One acted as the spotter, the other as the shooter. Their targets weren't random soldiers, they sought officers, machine gunners, radio operators, the eyes and ears of the German army. I often tell my students, Stalingrad wasn't just fought with tanks and planes, it was fought between individuals, one shot, one heartbeat, one decision at a time. The Germans soon realized they were being hunted systematically. Bodies of their officers were found with single bullet wounds to the head. Panic spread through the ranks. Soldiers began avoiding open streets, ducking behind walls even when no shots were fired. Fear, Zaitsev discovered, was as effective as a bullet. As winter descended, the ruins turned white with snow, the air thick with smoke and cold. Food was scarce, temperatures fell below -20 degrees. Yet the battle raged on. The German high command grew desperate. Rumors reached them of the Soviet sniper causing havoc across the front. So they decided to send in their own, a German master sniper, identified only as Major König, reportedly from the sniper school in Berlin. What followed became one of the most famous duels in military history. For days, König stalked Zaitsev through the ruins, both men aware of the other's presence but never certain of his location. They studied each other's tactics, reading the landscape like hunters tracking prey. Zaitsev knew that this duel was more than personal. It was psychological warfare, a fight between German precision and Soviet resilience. Each side needed a hero. And only one would survive to become a legend. For 3 days, the city held its breath. Both snipers moved silently through the ruins, leaving false trails and decoys. They waited hours in the freezing cold, watching for the smallest flicker of movement, a glint of glass, a shadow shifting. Zaitsev set traps, using helmets on sticks to draw fire. König was too skilled to fall for them. At one point, Zaitsev's comrade, Nikolai Kulikov, was nearly hit when König fired from a hidden position. Zaitsev studied the terrain carefully. He noticed a sheet of metal left on the battlefield, slightly elevated. A sniper could hide behind it and aim through a crack. Zaitsev's instincts told him that König was there. He ordered Kulikov to raise a helmet on a stick. A single shot rang out, it pierced the helmet. König had revealed his position. Zaitsev aimed carefully at the tiny gap beneath the metal plate and fired. Silence followed. Then, slowly, a rifle rolled out from behind the cover. Zaitsev had won. After the duel, Zaitsev became a national hero. Soviet newspapers spread his story across the front. Soldiers carried his photograph as inspiration. His legend grew, not just as a marksman, but as proof that determination could defeat fear. By the end of the Battle of Stalingrad, Zaitsev had recorded over 225 confirmed kills, though unofficial counts put the number far higher. But what truly mattered was the effect his presence had on morale. His calm confidence reminded the Soviet army, and the world, that Germany's advance could be stopped. Stalingrad was the turning point of the entire war. The Wehrmacht's defeat shattered the illusion of their invincibility. And in the ashes of that city, the hunter from the Urals became a symbol of quiet defiance. Years later, Zaitsev said, "We fought not for glory, but for survival." Yet his story became a legend, one that still echoes through history lectures, war museums, and the memories of those who study courage under fire. In the ruins of Stalingrad, one rifleman with unshakable patience changed the course of the war, proving that sometimes, victory is not measured in battles, but in the stillness between breaths.